Hi my dear friends, today we would like to introduce the evacuation system for you. So in front of you, you can see so many devices. So now I would like to introduce to you one by one. You can see the host here. This device is used to deal with the alert message and also the evacuation message. Once the alarming from the audio input, you can hear the message after the host output. It is the host center to deal with the signal. Okay, so below the host is another two devices. This second one and the third one. The second one, it can deal with the signal into 8 zones, and this device are the same function. So what's the difference between them? Okay, for the second device, it can divide the signal into 8 zones, but actually you just can hear one sound from 8 zones. For the next devices, these devices you can hear 8 different signal output. I mean, once you have the 8 audio output, you can hear 8 different sounds from these devices. Okay, below the two devices is the recorder. The recorder can hear from the microphone and can storage in the host, and after that you can hear from the audio output from the SD card. The next equipment is the 6000 BC. It is used to supply all the devices once the electricity is cut off. And this device is powerful because it can supply so many devices. Okay, the last 3 devices, they are the amplifier. For these devices, it can have a 4 channel, and the next one is the same. The last one just have one channel. The amplifier is used for the standby. I mean, actually, once one channel of the amplifier is broken, the standby amplifier will support for the broken channel to support the audio output. Okay, so for all the devices here, they are used for the evacuation system. They can realize the function after they compose together. So now I would like to introduce to you another small devices once we use in the control room. You can see the devices on the right side. Okay, when I point this device, it is the fire microphone. What does it mean? In the control room, you can select the zones and to have the microphone and press the button and have the microphone speaking here. Okay, it is the fire microphone. This small box is the extender. Once you have the 1 FM microphone, you can have 8 zones paging. But once you want to extender, you need another extender here, because here we just have 1 to 8 zones, and here we have the 9 zone to 16 zones to control all the zones speaking. Okay, the same, we can see another microphone here. This microphone can control the remote zones. I mean, actually it is because once the distance is far away, you can control the zones through this microphone, and you also press the button and select the zones, then speak here. You can realize the function that you can speak to the zones and broadcast something, such as the evacuation things, or to have some message output. Okay, this small box I would like to introduce to you, this one. Okay, this one. This box is used to detecting the speakers and the lines between the speakers and the amplifier. It is used to maybe to detecting something when something wrong, something issue between the two devices. Okay. And then all the devices, they compose of the system, and they realize the function. Once we want to have some emergency, we want to have the evacuation. So that's for our system. Okay, so now we are going to do the connection of the evacuation system. First of all, we would like to connect the many devices to the switcher. So first of all, I think the most important thing, we should connect the switcher to the host one by one. and we find the host here, connect this port to the switcher. Okay, to share the protocol. Another cable we would like to connect to the guider. The guider is here, so we connect to the switcher. Okay, the third one, we would like to connect the switcher to the amplifier. So the amplifier is here, so we connect to the amplifier. Yeah. Okay, because we have two additional devices to connect, so we need to connect the recorder to the host. We should connect like this. The host, we find it here. Okay, this port. Connect to the recorder. Recorder is here, so we connect it. Okay, and we still need the battery to supply for the power for the guider, because the guider will get the power supply from the battery. So we also connect the port from the battery to the guider. Guider is here. Oh, okay. Okay, finish all the connection. We still need another cable to connect the microphone to the host. So let me show you. Okay, first one is the microphone one. Connected the port to the host. Host is here. Okay. Another microphone, also the same connection. Connect the host to the microphone. Microphone is here. Okay, finish. Okay, so including all the connection, we still need another cable to connect the PC. I mean the computer. The computer to control all the system. So we need another cable to connect to the switcher to the computer. So let's connect to the switcher. Okay, another end to the computer. Computer is here. Okay, so the cables for all the devices are finished like this, like you see in the video. Thank you. Okay, hi my friends. Now we are going to connecting the other system for the evacuation system. As you can see in the video, all the devices, they have the 220 voltage connection to the power supply. But once the electricity was cut off, we need another kind of electricity supply to the system. So I would like to show you one by one. As you can see, this device is the battery supply. So we need to get the output to every devices. So let's do it one by one. Okay. So because we can see they have the 24 voltage for every port. So we need to connect it. Okay, from the DC supply output and then to the recorder. This one is the recorder. Okay. Another one to the guider, also the 24 voltage. Okay, this port is for the battery itself. It is used to detecting the temperature and voltage by itself of the battery. We also connect it to it. Okay. And we need to connect the power supply to the host. Okay, this port. Okay, finally, because this port is a little different from others because it is used to connect the amplifier. So we connect it here. Here is the 8 zones amplifier connection. Okay, finally, we need to get the power supply to this battery and to have the power supply output. Okay, my friends, because just now we already connected the cable to the switcher and also connected all the communication protocol together. So now we are going to connect the amplifier and the signal output from the amplifier to the speaker. Let's do it one by one. As you can see, we have about 10 signal output here, so we should get the signal to the amplifier. So let's do it one by one. So as you can see, this is the guider amplifier. The guider has 8 zones, so we connected 8 zones. Zone 1 and zone 2. Zone 3 and zone 4. So zone 5 to zone 8 is the same as the previous 4 zones. So let's do it one by one. Okay, as you can see, the 8 zones signal output was just for the signal to the amplifier, so we need to connect it another 8 ends to the amplifier. Let's do it. As you can see, every amplifier has 4 channels, so 2 amplifiers totally has 8 channels. So the 8 channel should get the 8 signal from the guider. So signal 1 and signal 2. Okay, no. Because I make the number on it, and I can select which signal to match with output. Zone 1, zone 2. And zone 3. Little, yes, okay. Zone 4. And zone 5. Like this one. Okay, zone 6. Okay, zone 8, zone 6 and zone 8. Okay, after that we finish the signal from the guider output to the amplifier. So the next step, after the amplifier signal output, we would like to get the signal to return to the guider. So we would like to show you how they are running, how the signal are going. Okay, as you can see, after the signal output, we can get it. Okay, let me find the signal, because I also get the number on the on the side, so I can get the signal output. This is zone 1 output, and I will find zone 2, the same as zone 1. And also zone 3. And zone 4. Zone 5. And 6. Okay. This is 8. And we have also 7. So the 7 is on where? 7 here. Okay. Okay. After the signal from the amplifier come out, we would like to get to the guider. Let me explain to you, because we get the signal from the amplifier and then we put it in the guider. The guider can divide the signal into 8 zones, different zones. So I also connected the signal to the guider. Okay, here is the signal from the amplifier. I would like to get to the guider. Port 1. Here is the port 2. And port 3. port 4 and 5, 6, okay, 7, and finally 8. Okay, as you can see, after the amplifier the signal come out, it come to the signal input to the guider. The guider will divide the signal to different zones. And finally, because we also have another device, it is the amplifier. This amplifier can divide the signal into 8 zones, but the 8 zones just can have the same signal output. That means 8 zones, you hear the same sounds from the signal, but the guider, the same function as the amplifier, but actually this device can divide signal to 8 zones, 8 different zones, and also different zones you can hear different sounds. There's a difference between them. Okay, I would like to connect it to it. So the same as the signal output. I will connect it to it. Okay, because this device, the amplifier was built in, so it cannot, it don't need to go through the amplifier. It can connect it directly to the speaker. Okay. Okay, so because one device has 8 zones, but actually we can see here we have the spare amplifier. What does it mean? Because 8 zones, once one zone is broken, we need another devices to have the standby. So it's the standby function. Connect it to the same. Okay, and here to the amplifier. This amplifier is at the bottom. At the bottom, it just has one port, the same as the amplifier just now we connected. It is same. Okay, so as you can see in the video, all the connections are finished, and I hope that it can be as clear as possible for you. So that's for the connection. Thank you. Okay, finally, we have an additional function to introduce to you, because we have a recorder here. It is the recorder devices here. It should connect it to the host. But how? As you know, we have the recorder output here, so we should connect the host directly to the recorder to realize the communication protocol, and then it can share the signal from the host and then to the recorder. And after that, you will be storage in the host finally. So you just need one cable like this to connect it to the recorder. That's all. Thank you. So the last step, because we learn the drawing and we learn the device function, and at last we would like to install the software in the computer or in your machine to control all the system. So let's do it step by step. Okay, first of all, I open the software. You can see the screen. You can see the emergency voice alarming system here. But actually, we need to do it step by step. Okay, the first one, at the beginning, we should log in. If you click this button, it will turn out to be a window like this. You should type in the username and the password. Both of them are admin. I would like to type in. Okay, admin and admin. Okay, after you type inside, you can click the OK and to enter the entrance. Okay, it is the data synchronization, and you will wait for about 1 minute, maybe a little faster. Okay, it is loading, and after we logged in, and we can see several parameter and the configuration here. Okay, you can see we have control, have the state, and have the programming, and we also can lock and the configuration, and also something like others. Okay, first of all, we need to click this one, the configuration, the option, for option. We need to collect the parameter configuration. Okay, it will turn out to be a page like this one. It is the module configuration. Okay, from here we can see the global configuration. These menus are special for the host setting, such as the PTT, that means the microphone in the front panel, and the PSTN, the telephone, and microphone 1 to 4, and even the evacuation system, and also the alert, BGM, and the line, 2 lines, 4 lines. Okay, and you can see the host configuration password. It is here. You can set it, and in the touch screen you can type in the password. Okay, this is the telephone control password, and the help switcher, help line. You can select the option here. You can see so many numbers here, but actually these numbers are stand for the order, one by one, because the host microphone 4 is later by the microphone 3. Actually, I mean the number is larger, the order will be lower, and the number, if it is smaller, that means it can be chosen as the first priority. Okay. Okay, we don't need to change it. Okay. And next one is the host configuration parameter, like the trigger model and the charge number. Because it is so much, so actually we don't need to change it, because our designer had already changed it for us. We just need to configure the most important thing, the amplifier and the guide. So the next step I would like to show you. So the most important thing for the amplifier configuration is the MAC address. You can get the address from the rear panel on the machine, and also if you cannot see it on that, you can ask our designer to ask for a number, and also our seller will give you after you purchase the devices. Normally and basically it is on the rear panel of the device. You can find it and type inside. You can see there is a small button here. You need to click them and to type in, because if you want to add it, and you add one more inside and choose it as the MAC address, and then close it, and then select OK. Okay, choose, already chosen. Okay, that's for the amplifier, and the other options are the same. The guide or configuration is the same as the amplifier, so you know, as the MAC address is the different from the A zones amplifier as the previous one. So both of them are the A zones divisor, but actually the difference between them is, for this one, these devices, it just has zone 1. That means one zone. You can just hear, actually I mean hear the same sounds from these zones, but actually you can hear different zones and hear different sounds, because one configuration, one guide configuration can have totally 8 zones. You can hear 8 different signal output or different sounds from the 8 zones. So that's the difference between them. Okay, the most important thing you should not forget is to give the MAC address to the host. You can select the host configuration parameters here, and then select the small button at the end and click it. Okay, select add and add the MAC address from the device on the rear panel of the device, and select it. Okay. Yeah, actually it is selected inside, and you should select and choose and select OK. That means you had already give the MAC address to the device. Okay. After all the setting, you should apply them. I mean, all the configuration is finished, and select OK. He will turn out to be a prompt. He will ask you, sure you want to download it? That means you download all the programming to the host, and then to run in the programming, you select yes. Okay, select OK. Okay, so after you select OK, the system will restart at once, I mean immediately, and then you can see all the devices function here. And then you can select some control here, but actually we can see all the change in the touch screen of the host. And all the function will realize after you select all the parameter. So it is simple, but actually a little difference and a little, I mean, it is a powerful function and powerful option for you. You also can, such, for example, you can adjust some programming, such as add some programming on a certain day, such like a Sunday. I would like to have a task, and then you play the background music or have a alarming message. Is the same, and then you should download the task into the PC, into the host, I mean the center control. Okay, and that's some powerful function for this system. I hope that it can be helpful for you. So thank you for listening. Thank you.